Hi everyone, my name's Dawson. I'm one of your 5th grade Sunday school teachers for this year, along with Ashley and Elizabeth. It's my first time teaching 5th grade Sunday school. The last couple years I've helped Miss Caroline teach the 2nd graders. So I'm excited to be one of your Sunday school teachers for this year. Looking forward to it. Sorry we're not in person and that we're just having to do everything by video, at least for right now. But I hope you're all doing well. And again, I'm looking forward to being one of your teachers for this year. And I thought we'll jump right in with our first lesson of the year. And this is for October 4th. It's when you guys will be watching this video. So I guess I should say good morning if you're watching it in the morning. As we're not filming this in the morning, just so you know. And our first lesson is Noah's Ark. That's the first thing we're going to be talking about. And we have some good materials to reference here for the lesson. I don't know if you all have this. This is one of our favorite things to read in our house, which is, I'll go back to the beginning, which is the Children's Illustrated Bible. That if you've been going to Sunday school at St. Mary's for a while, you got at the end of 2nd grade. This is my daughter Margaret's from a few years ago. She's now in 4th grade. But we're big fans of this. It has great illustrations, excellent text. So I recommend giving this a read if you have it in your house. It's a lot of fun. The pictures are great, and there are some good additions down the margins with some great additional notes, quotes from the Bible, etc. But I think I also have God's Chosen People, which gives a little bit better, more concise version of some of the best Bible stories. So I thought I'd read Noah Made an Ark from this version, and then also I've got my copy of the King James Bible, which is down here, ducking out of the way, which I love the language. In the King James. This I got as a present for my parents when I finished my confirmation back when I was in high school. So I thought we could read a couple, just a few verses out of this at the end, just because I'm a big fan of the language in this. I think it's fantastic. So anyway, that's for in a few minutes. And my daughter Natalie's here with us. Papa, say hi, Natalie. Hello, and she is in charge of, what do you have there? So we're talking about Noah's Ark. We have animals, of course, and the animals for us are finger puppets. So right now we have an echidna, a zebra, Kermit the Frog.
I thought this was a porcupine.
That's an echidna, I think. A giraffe and a tiger. I believe that all of those animals, not Kermit the Frog, but frogs were definitely there. We don't have pairs, we just have one of each. But these animals were all definitely ones that made their way onto Noah's Ark. And while I read, she's going to work on putting together some others. I bet you can find more for other hand from our giant box of finger puppets that's down here on the floor. I bet you can. But anyway, so from God's Chosen People, here's a good version of the Noah's Ark story. It's the very first chapter in this book, if you all have it. Noah made an ark. Noah was a good man. God told Noah that a day was coming when a great flood would cover the earth and wash everything away. But God would save Noah and his wife and their 3 sons with their wives. Make yourself an ark, God said. It must be big enough for all your family and for pairs of all the animals and birds in the world. Gather food. You will be in the ark for many days, and you must plan to have enough to eat. Noah did just what God asked him to do. When the mighty flood came, Noah's family and the animals were safe inside. There are some of the animals. The dry ark floated on the rushing water. Rain fell for 40 days and 40 nights. Then came the long wait for the water to go down. Noah waited for 150 days. At last, the ark came to rest on the high mountains of Ararat. After another 40 days, Noah opened the window and sent a raven out. The raven went back and forth So Noah knew it was still not safe to leave the ark. Then he sent out a dove. The dove came back because there was still no dry land. 7 days later, Noah put the dove out once more. Soon it returned with an olive leaf. 7 more days went by. Noah sent the dove out again, and this time it did not return. Now it was safe for all the people and creatures on the ark to return again to the land. Once more, God spoke to Noah. God said, "If I am making a covenant with you and your whole family, and with all the animals that came out of the ark. Never again will I destroy the earth with a flood. I will put a rainbow in the sky, and it will shine through the clouds to be a special sign. The rainbow will remind you of my promise, and I will keep my promise forever." And the bottom note is that we can read in Genesis chapter 6 through 9 the whole story of Noah and the covenant God made. So that's a great summary of the story. There are some great illustrations both of making Noah's Ark in the children's Bible, and with a great picture of all the animals coming in, heading for the ark. And there is a nice aside in the corner about boat building. It notes that Noah and his sons would have built the ark by hand. The planks of wood were coated with tar to make the boat watertight. This traditional method of boat building is still practiced in parts of the Middle East today. And there's a nice picture down there of a modern-day boat being made the same way. And then there is a whole additional chapter about the flood. That's also a great read. And then there is a note up here in the corner about the mountainous area of Ararat in Turkey includes Mount Ararat, where the ark is thought to have rested. Some people believe that Noah's Ark still lies on this peak, and expeditions have been sent to find its remains. And then there is a picture of a dove with a note from Genesis 8:11, noting, "And the dove came into Noah in the evening, and lo, in her mouth was an olive leaf." Sorry, I'll get that in the camera there. And that is a symbol that we all know. It's definitely a symbol of peace and of hope. The dove, particularly with an olive leaf. And of course, the rainbow down here in the bottom is, we just saw a great rainbow the other day, didn't we, Natalie?
What?
We just saw a great rainbow the other day, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes. The rainbow, a symbol of God's covenant with Noah and the people and animals on earth. And then we also have, where did I put it? Down here. Sorry, I'm ducking out of camera again. Now I'm back. If you have it, any version, it's Genesis at the very beginning. Starts chapters 6 through 9 is the whole story of Noah in the Bible. And it's kind of a hard read, but if you have a King James version of the Bible, which you can still buy, you can't really see, but it'll note it here often that it's a King James version. It's a lot of fun to read. Try reading it out loud. It could be kind of the old style of writing can be kind of hard to read, but some of the language is just spectacular. And I love it. And it ends with the last few verses at the end. Note that it says, "And Noah lived after the flood 350 years. All the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died." So Noah did an amazing thing. Hard to fathom building a boat that size by hand with just the help of a few people and sealing it up with tar, but he did it and managed to save so many species that we have still with us today, represented for you on this video with finger puppets. Even frogs, yes. And that is our lesson for today. So if you have your children's Bible, please read along. If you have a regular Bible and want to read the whole story of Noah, all the chapters. It's a lot of fun to read that too. No pictures necessarily, and depending on your version of the Bible. I don't have any pictures in this version. But it's a great story, and one of my favorites. So I'm glad we got to share it with you today. I hope you all are doing well in school, whether it be in person, virtual, or something in between. We're making the best of it we can in public school. Oh yes, mice were definitely on the ark also. And I hope you all have a great weekend and a few good weeks to come. And we're looking forward to making more lessons for you for our Sunday school classes that are coming up. So take care. God bless. And please, if you see this before the drive-by on Sunday, please come to the Sunday School Teacher Drive-by on Sunday. We would love to see you all there. Bye-bye.